My dear creative, you now hold in your hands a book that has been created on your behalf with all the magic of the universe infused within its pages. It is a textbook like no other, and in the creation of it I have set the scene for the unearthing of your magical story. Your quest is to fill it with the breath of life and the warmth of a soul alight with the brightly burning flames of magic. It is a book that calls for you to record your recipes and incantations, your lessons and observations, your dreams and interactions. A scrawled word, a rough sketch, a rhythmic melody. Its depths call to be filled with shadow. Its heights invite dancing colours of light to play across the page. You have secrets it will hold for future generations to unveil. This record of your life's work will alight their paths with reassurance and comfort that the magic they feel flowing within them is the same magic that once flowed within you. The cabin calls for pause, a slowness in every interaction you initiate with the page. It has been created to ensure the manifest of such. This is not a journal to skip through in haste, rather one that calls for consciousness, ritual, a sure and steady hand. Honour it in this way and it will become a much loved and trusted confidant. This is a textbook written by your hand, provenance of the magic that swirls within, a record of all that ever was and all that ever will be on your epic journey of discovery. From my soul to yours, Karen. Hey creatives, Karen here, mixed media artist and creative at By the Wolf Moon. I have finally finished this journal. It has been a slow process, but one that was so enjoyable because I actually did take the time to honour the energy that this journal brought forth in the creation of it, which was an energy of slowness and calm and peace. And I really wanted to honour that and not rush through this journal, so that's why it has taken so long to come to this point where I am now able to share it with you. I think it is definitely actually my biggest journal yet. The spine is 3¼ inches. Oh, that's 8 centimeters here in New Zealand. It is 8 inches wide and 11¼ inches high. What I have used to create it is a German book about the 4 seasons, and the book was so beautifully illustrated that I wanted to keep the majority of the images that I used as they were, and I also wanted the text, even though it is in German, to be visible as well, so that it can be read if that is something that you would like to do. I've also kept the dedication that was written on the front page of this book because it was given as a gift for Christmas in 1986 by a lovely aunt and uncle, and I do this because I really feel it's important to remember the history of a book like this. And I want to acknowledge that although I use books and pull them apart and recreate them into something new, I do appreciate the meaning that this book may have held for someone in the past, and I don't want to lose that completely. The book has 5 signatures and we are just coming to the end of the first signature. There is approximately 180 pages in total, give or take, and as you can see there are lots of envelopes and pockets and tags and things like that. I have not included every single page that was in this book, but I have tried to include a good selection from each season, and starting with winter and working through in typical order: winter, spring, summer and autumn. This is the second signature we're about to have a look at now. the initial reading that I did, that is the maker's letter, which will be included in one of the pockets of the journal for you to keep. It's definitely a magical journal, this one, and I truly hope it finds a loving home. It will be available in my thewolfmoon.felt.co.nz shop for purchase. Everything that I have used to create it is secondhand, almost everything. Some of the charms are not. The key on the spine is actually a authentic vintage key. It's not a charm as such, but most of the other charms are new. And there's a variety. There's crosses and dragonflies and etc, etc. I have used I've created these little pockets here that slide, and the purpose of that was to hold down the pages on the back so that they don't get creased and folded up when you are flipping through. But having said that, it is definitely not a journal that is meant to be kept in pristine condition. None of my journals are made with the intent that they will remain pristine. They don't start off pristine, and they are meant to have creased and folded pages and look like they are well used and well loved and well flipped through, if you like. We're now in the third signature, which is spring, as you'll be able to tell by all the babies that are featured. Oh, sorry, summer. Spring was the second signature. We are now in summer. This is a beautiful card that I found, and I've kept the name and image of the original artist on the back of that because her artwork is really beautiful, in case you wanted to find more of it. All of the papers that I have used, as I said, are secondhand. I have used the envelopes, the large envelopes that I've used are all envelopes that have had items that I have been sent in the mail. I have tea dyed all of the papers and large envelopes. I haven't tea dyed the book pages at all. Yeah, I've used some die cuts, and then others I've just made my own shapes. There are journaling spaces all throughout. I've tried to make the most of journaling space everywhere. Even the backs of like these types of envelopes, as you'll see there. Lots of different types of papers. That one there was a calligraphy paper, I believe, and there's graph papers and some music paper, some really thin like tracing paper, some thick and heavy brown papers that have been stitched. It's a really tactile book, as are most of the journals that I make, and there's a variety of different little images and things that I've used. I particularly love this mandala die. It's beautiful. All of the tags and stuff I've made from recycled cardboard bits from packaging and stuff like that. We're entering the final signature now. I really love this embroidered moon. So all 5 signatures have a machine embroidered design on the front. I love machine embroidery, it's probably my first love, and I always find lots of designs that I just need to stitch out, and so using them in my journals is perfect. lots of pages like this that flip out, giving you space on both sides to write, and lots of pockets for you to put your own found treasures in, which I really hope that you will. I try to use up my scraps, and so you'll find lots of interesting little flips like this. There are so many interesting and beautiful tones and shades and things like that in this book, which I hope really captures the beauty and variety that you find in nature. And so we are coming to the end now with this final envelope flip. Another piece of writing paper for journaling and a tag. I really hope you've enjoyed this journal. I really loved making it. It will be hard to give up, as they all are, but let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. I have lots more exciting projects that I am planning, so stay tuned for that. See you next time.